Dear subscribers, today I want to share with you an incredible story about two women, Samantha and Emily. Both were ordinary residents of a small American town. At the time this story begins, they were both 65 years old. Each had her own life journey. One had divorced after 30 years of marriage, while the other had lost her beloved husband. What united them was that both were in deep depression. Their meetings or phone calls often ended in tears, complaints about fate, and endless rumination over past wounds. Over time, their physical and mental health began to deteriorate. Stress, loneliness, and the absence of joy were literally draining their energy. But one day, something changed. These two women decided to take control of their lives. They realized they no longer wanted to be prisoners of their pain. However, starting wasn't easy. They asked themselves, where do we begin? Therapy? Art therapy? But it's expensive, and we don't have the energy to go anywhere. And then they came up with a brilliant idea. 1. The first small change. Hair color as a starting point. One day, while sipping tea together, Samantha suggested, Emily, what if we try something small? Instead of paying for courses or therapy, let's do something fun, like dyeing our hair. Emily, who had worn only classic brown hair her entire life, hesitated at first. But Samantha was determined. She pulled out old bottles of hair dye she had once bought for her daughter and said, why not try something bold? Pink, blue, purple, anything goes. Their first step was experimenting with colors. One day, Emily became a blonde with pink highlights, while Samantha went dark-haired with blue tips. 2 weeks later, they swapped looks. Emily turned lavender, and Samantha became a golden blonde. This process quickly turned into a game. They bought new dyes, tried different techniques, and even added colored contact lenses. Now they could transform into blue-eyed brunettes, green-eyed blondes, or even anime characters with pink and blue hair. The magic of transformation. Every time they changed their hair color, it felt like stepping into a new identity. Samantha, who had always been reserved and practical, found herself drawn to bold blues and purples. I never thought I'd wear something so vibrant, she admitted. But when I looked in the mirror, I saw someone brave and adventurous, a version of myself I didn't know existed. Emily, on the other hand, gravitated towards softer hues like pastel pinks and mint greens. Yet, she wasn't afraid to experiment. Once, she dyed her hair a fiery red with streaks of gold. It made me feel alive again, she said. For the first time in years, I felt like I was taking up space in the world. The ritual of coloring. What started as a simple idea soon became a cherished ritual. Every 2 weeks, Samantha and Emily would gather at one of their homes, armed with boxes of hair, dye, brushes, gloves, and snacks. They played music, laughed, and shared stories as they transformed each other's appearances. Sometimes, they invited friends over to join the fun. Neighbors began stopping by to see what masterpieces they would create next. It wasn't just about changing our hair, Samantha explained. It was about creating moments of joy and connection. We laughed until our stomachs hurt and forgot about all the sadness for hours. 2. The second step. Style and accessories. As their hair became brighter, the women noticed their wardrobes needed a refresh too. They started rummaging through old closets, pulling out dusty jewelry they hadn't worn in years, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, colorful scarves, and shawls. To complete their looks, they bought a few new items: bright dresses, unique shoes, and bags. By mixing old pieces with new ones, they created stunning outfits that caught the attention of everyone around them. Rediscovering forgotten treasures. In Emily's attic, they discovered a treasure trove of vintage accessories. There were beaded necklaces from the 1970s, brooches shaped like flowers, and silk scarves with intricate patterns. These belonged to my grandmother, Emily said, holding up a delicate silver bracelet. I haven't touched them since she passed away. Samantha encouraged her to incorporate these heirlooms into their new styles. They're beautiful pieces with history, she said. Wearing them is like carrying a part of your family with you. Together, they cleaned and polished the jewelry, breathing new life into forgotten treasures. When Emily wore her grandmother's necklace for the first time in decades, she felt a sense of pride and continuity. "It's like she's here with me," she said softly. Shopping adventures. To complement their retro finds, Samantha and Emily embarked on shopping adventures. They visited thrift stores, boutique shops, and craft fairs, searching for statement pieces that reflected their newfound confidence. One Saturday afternoon, they stumbled upon a rack of vintage dresses at a local flea market. Among them was a stunning emerald green gown with a flowing skirt and delicate lace trim. "I can't believe this is still here," Samantha exclaimed, holding it up against herself. "It looks like it was made for you," Emily replied. That evening, Samantha modeled the dress for Emily, pairing it with her newly dyed platinum blonde hair and green contact lenses. "You look like a movie star," Emily declared. From that moment on, they vowed to treat every outing as an opportunity to express themselves fully. 3. The third step, stepping out into the world. At first, Samantha and Emily only ventured out to the park, fearing judgment from others. But instead of criticism, they received approving smiles and compliments. People approached them, took photos, and asked for styling advice. This inspired the friends to step out of their comfort zone. They signed up for meditative yoga classes, without complex poses, as their joints weren't what they used to be in their youth, and even decided to take dance lessons. There, they met new people, expanded their social circles, and began to feel like part of the community again. Yoga and meditation. Finding inner peace. When Samantha and Emily first walked into the yoga studio, they felt nervous. Would anyone notice how stiff their bodies were? Would they be able to keep up? But their instructor, a kind woman named Lisa, immediately put them at ease. "This is a safe space," she said. "We're here to connect with ourselves, not perform." They started with simple breathing exercises and gentle stretches. Over time, they learned to quiet their minds and focus on the present moment. "Meditation taught me how to listen to my body," Emily shared. "I used to ignore its signals, but now I honor them." Through yoga, they discovered a sense of calm they hadn't felt in years. It became a sanctuary where they could escape the noise of the outside world and reconnect with their inner selves. Dance lessons. Rediscovering playfulness. Dancing brought back memories of their younger days. Samantha remembered twirling in her living room to Elvis Presley records, while Emily recalled sneaking off to jazz clubs during college. Now, they were learning salsa, swing, and even hip-hop moves. "It's hilarious watching us try to hip-hop," Samantha joked. "But it's also liberating. We laugh at ourselves and don't take it too seriously." Their enthusiasm was contagious. Other students admired their courage and joined in their playful spirit. Soon, Samantha and Emily became regular fixtures at the studio, inspiring others with their zest for life. 4. The fourth step, inner transformation. Samantha and Emily noticed their moods shifting. They began laughing more, dwelling less on the past, and focusing more on the future. Meditation helped them learn how to enter a state of harmony and sustain it for longer periods. They felt like artists creating their own life masterpieces. This process became a form of art therapy. They were both the canvas and the artist. Depression faded, giving way to joy, love for life, and inner zen. Reframing negative thoughts. For years, Samantha and Emily had carried heavy burdens of guilt and regret. Samantha blamed herself for her divorce, convinced she hadn't done enough to save her marriage. Emily felt guilty for enjoying life after losing her husband, believing she should remain perpetually sad. Through journaling and self-reflection, they began reframing these thoughts. "I realized I couldn't change the past," Samantha said, "but I could choose how to move forward." Emily adopted a mantra, "I deserve happiness." Repeating it daily helped her release the weight of unwarranted guilt. Together, they practiced gratitude, celebrating small victories like completing a yoga session or receiving a compliment from a stranger. Creative expression. Art became another outlet for healing. Emily started painting abstract landscapes, using bold colors to convey her emotions. Samantha took up knitting, creating colorful scarves and hats for friends and family. "Making something with my hands gives me purpose," she explained. Their creativity extended beyond traditional forms. They wrote poetry, composed songs, and even filmed short videos documenting their transformation. Each project reinforced their belief that life is full of possibilities, regardless of age. 5. The fifth step: new relationships. Their unusual appearance and vibrant energy attracted the attention of men. Though they weren't in a hurry to start romantic relationships, some acquaintances blossomed into friendships and light emotional attachments. They began attending concerts, organizing picnics, and spending time in cozy cafes. Life became richer and more fulfilling. Unexpected connections. One day, while browsing in a bookstore, Emily struck up a conversation with a man named Robert. He was admiring a collection of vintage postcards, and Emily, intrigued, joined him. They ended up chatting for hours about travel, literature, and photography. "He's so interesting," Emily told Samantha later, "and he doesn't seem intimidated by my pink hair." Similarly, Samantha met David at a local farmer's market. He complimented her turquoise dress and offered to carry her basket. "I wasn't looking for romance," Samantha confessed, "but it's nice to feel appreciated." These friendships brought warmth and companionship without the pressure of commitment. Whether sharing stories over coffee or exploring new hobbies together, Samantha and Emily cherished these connections. 6. The sixth step: an unexpected turn of events. One day, while walking around town, Samantha and Emily caught the eye of a professional photographer. He offered them modeling opportunities. Age models with such unconventional appearances are rare. The friends agreed, and this opened up new horizons for them. Photo shoots took them to different corners of the world, allowing them to travel a lifelong dream they had never been able to fulfill before. Earnings from modeling allowed them to financially support themselves and continue living life to the fullest. The modeling journey begins. Their first photo shoot was nerve-wracking. Standing in front of a camera felt foreign, and they worried about looking awkward. But the photographer, Alex, reassured them. "You're naturals," he said. "Just be yourselves." As the camera clicked, something magical happened. Samantha and Emily relaxed, embracing their uniqueness. The resulting images were stunning, vivid portraits that captured their personalities and joie de vivre. Word spread quickly, and soon they were booking gigs across the country. High-fashion designers sought them out, eager to feature mature models who defied stereotypes. "We're proving that beauty has no expiration date," Emily said proudly. Global adventures. Modeling took Samantha and Emily to places they'd only dreamed of visiting. They posed against the backdrop of Parisian streets, danced under the northern lights in Iceland, and lounged on tropical beaches in Bali. Each trip was an adventure, filled with laughter, discovery, and unforgettable memories. "We've seen more of the world in the past year than in our entire lives combined," Samantha marveled. "And we did it on our own terms." 7. Conclusion: an inspiring tale of transformation. Samantha and Emily never expected their lives to change so dramatically in their twilight years. But their courage, inner strength, and desire to live fully worked wonders. Today, they are happy, healthy, and full of energy. Their story shows that it's never too late to start over. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to keep sharing inspiring stories with you.